Welcome and Ramadan Kareem. In this blessed month, it's so easy to focus on gaining knowledge, right? But what if the most important lesson isn't about learning more, but about becoming more? We're going to dive into that very idea through a piece of wisdom that is absolutely timeless. And this idea right here, it's the heart of our whole conversation today. Ramadan isn't just a time for spiritual intake, it's really a month-long workshop for spiritual output. It's all about closing that gap between what we know in our heads and what we actually do with our hands, our words, and our lives. And look, this is not some new, modern idea. This is captured perfectly in this short but incredibly profound letter written centuries ago by the great scholar Imam Al-Ghazali. It's called Ayyuha Al-Walad, which means, "O child." So, I want you to just imagine this scene. You have this student, right? He spent years and years studying, collecting knowledge, learning from the best. And he comes to his famous teacher. But he doesn't ask for more facts or theories. No, he asks for something way more important, something that really cuts to the core of why we learn anything in the first place. Wow. What a question, right? This isn't about passing a test or winning an argument. This is about eternity. He's basically asking, out of everything I've learned, what's actually going to matter? What will be with me when everything else is gone? He's not looking for information anymore. He is desperately looking for salvation. So, Al-Ghazali's answer is what makes up this letter, and it all starts with this one foundational idea, that knowledge, all by itself, is not enough. In fact, depending on what you do with it, it can either be a tool for your salvation or a heavy burden that just weighs you down. So here's the absolute key. Beneficial knowledge isn't just something you have. It's something that has you. It gets a hold of you. It changes you. It's the kind of knowledge that travels from your head down into your heart and out through your hands, shaping how you act, refining who you are, and ultimately bringing you closer to God. And this really breaks down the two paths, doesn't it? See, knowledge that just stays stuck in the head, well, it can make us arrogant, always looking for a debate, feeling like we're better than others. But when that same knowledge makes its way into the heart, it creates something totally different: humility, a state of worship, and real, sincere, good character. And in the end, on the day of judgment, knowledge without action actually becomes evidence against you, not for you. So this brings us right back to Ramadan. I want you to think of this month as the ultimate practical exam for everything we say we know and believe. This is showtime. So we've got to ask ourselves a tough question. It's wonderful that we might be reading tons of Quran, right? Our bar for Quran chapters read might be way up here, but is the bar for habits changed moving up with it? Are our actions actually starting to look like our worship? Really think about it. Has all this fasting made us just a little more disciplined with our tongue, with our temper? Has praying at night made us a bit stronger against our bad habits during the day? These, right here, are the real signs of a successful Ramadan. And that's the bottom line. Ramadan is our big chance to stop just accumulating and to start transforming. It's about turning all that theory into practice. It's not a data collection mission. It's a spiritual renovation project. Now, this timeless wisdom from Al-Ghazali has some incredibly powerful, direct lessons for any of us who teach or guide others, especially if you're a parent or an educator. So if you're a teacher, it's about building character, not just jamming heads full of facts. If you're a researcher, it's about the real-world impact you have, not just another line on your CV. For anyone who gives advice, remember, your sincerity speaks volumes louder than your fancy words. And for parents, listen, this is so crucial. Our kids learn from what we do far more than what we say. They need to see us living the virtues we want them to have. Okay, so let's bring this home. This can't just be some interesting idea we think about. Here is a personal challenge for you, for right now, for today. It's really that simple. Pick one thing you already know is good, being patient, showing gratitude, controlling your tongue. Then define one tiny, specific action you can take. Maybe it's just saying a real, heartfelt thank you to someone, or maybe it's biting your tongue when you're about to say something harsh. And then just do it, because any knowledge that we don't turn into action, it just withers away and disappears. Now, I'm serious. What's the one thing you are going to do today based on what you already know? I really want you to pause this right now. Take a second and actually write it down somewhere. Make that promise to yourself. All right, now let's bring this all the way back to where we started, back to that student's incredible question about what will be our companion when we're all alone in the grave. Because in the end, when it's all said and done,
Our degrees, the books we've read, the arguments we've won, none of that is coming with us. The only thing that will be there to give us comfort and light in that lonely place is our good deeds, the patience we actually practiced, the kindness we actually showed, the prayers our bodies actually performed. Our actions are the only true legacy we have.
So, as we continue through this beautiful month, let this be the question that guides every single one of us. It's not about how many books you've read or lectures you've listened to. The real final question is, what have you become? What has all of that knowledge actually made of you?